Be sure to remove the rim band before disassembling the wheel. If relacing a wheel due to damaged or worn spokes, use an angle grinder with a cutting disc to cut the spokes in half for easier removal. Use the valve stem hole as a reference point to know when you've gone through all the spokes around the wheel. Loosen with a spoke wrench and then use the proper driver to remove the rest of the way. Through this demonstration, we'll be dealing with inner and outer spokes. Inner spoke, outer spoke. In this case, inner, outer, left and right spokes are all the same. Start with the hub and rim on a flat surface as shown. When lacing a wheel, always start with the inner spokes. Install all the inner spokes for one side of the rim. These spokes will only line up properly with one set of holes on the rim. There are 4 different sets of holes. Use the hole if it's most perpendicular to the spoke. Following spoke will go 4 holes down. As you spoke the rim, thread on a nipple 3 or 4 turns. Double check to make sure you have the best fitting holes for this set of inner spokes. Continue lacing every 4th hole in the rim. Careful not to over tighten the nipples on this first step. Now you can flip the wheel over and lace the next set of inner spokes. Again, find the proper direction hole for these spokes. Notice here, this hole's face sits perpendicular to the spoke. Install the nipples as you go, 3 or 4 threads. Continue lacing every 4th hole from the last spoke. With those spokes in, your wheel should now look something like this. Now you can start lacing the outer spokes. Find the best fitting hole for the spoke, tighten the nipple 3 or 4 turns, count 4 holes for the next spoke. With that side done, flip the wheel over and carry out the same procedure for this side of the rim. Make sure the outer spokes sit over top any previously installed spokes. Now with the wheel laced, make sure all the spoke nipples are threaded on the same amount. If you don't have a truing stand, simply install the wheel on your front forks. Make sure you have your wheel spacers in properly and your brake calipers held up and out of the way. It's a good idea to mark your rim or use a valve hole for reference when tightening the spoke nipples. From your reference point, tighten each spoke 5 turns at a time until the spoke nipples are lightly seated. This is very time consuming and may take 3 or 4 rotations of the rim, but will give you a good starting point when truing your wheel. Now you can install a reference pointer on the top portion of the rim. Set it up to first measure the up and down or vertical runout of your rim. First, you'll need to find the point where your rim is the highest. Tighten the spokes on this half of the rim until your vertical runout is less than 2 millimeters. If my finger is 12 o'clock, you're going to want to tighten more at 12 o'clock than you would at 9 and 3. This should bring that portion of the rim down in relation to your marker. With the vertical runout done, turn the wheel until the left side of the rim touches the marker. To move the rim to the right, gradually tighten the right side spokes. Tighten the spokes until you see a space between the marker and the rim. Now you'll want to tighten the left side spokes to bring the rim to the left. Keep adjusting your spokes in small increments, making your wheel straighter and straighter. Move your pointer when you need to make more precise adjustments. Here you'll see the pointer dragging, it means I have to move the rim farther to the right. At this point, if your spokes are getting overly tight, you may have to loosen the opposite side to get the rim to move. If the distance between the marker and the rim is 2 millimeters or less, your wheel is true. Now, using your reference, make sure each spoke is tightened to approximately 4 Newton meters. Do a final check for straightness and then remove the wheel from the bike. Reinstall the rim band with the valve holes lined up.